Hey guys, so I'm here working on my 2006 Jeep Liberty 4x4 V6. I'm changing out the intercontrol or the tie rod, and I'm also changing out the lower ball joint, and I've already changed out the sway bar on both sides. Now, the reason I'm doing this video is because I've gone over the internet and people just vaguely go over stuff, and unfortunately it's been my long opinion since I've had my this Jeep since 2006, and then Wranglers before that. This is the original right here, okay? And I got it out and it was a pain in the ass. Now everybody talks about this tie rod removal tool and blah 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 and Harbor Freight, which I love Harbor Freight, don't get me wrong. But the one that they said fit this, guess what? Jeep likes to make its this area longer than other 4x4s. So when you put the nut around it and you slide the tube, there's a tube that slides up over it, it won't lock into place because this area is too deep. So I've tried 3 different types of tools and wasted gas, and everybody assured me, oh yeah, I'm a mechanic, this works, so forth and so on. Well, guess what? It didn't. And I wasted a whole lot of gas, and I want you to know I ended up going to Sears, and I took my new one with me, and this thing is awesome. I don't know if you've seen that before, but it's like the cross between a crescent wrench and a vice grip. The funny thing is that this one is right around 34 mm's, and this one's got to be 36, because this fits, I don't know if I can do this in, I can't hold the camera and do this, but this will go out to 35. I mean, I have to like fidget it to get it to work, but it was the only thing at Sears that would fit, which totally blew my mind. I tried getting, what I wanted to get was monkey claws. So suffice to say, it does fit, and I had to play with it a little bit, and I got it to fit. But when it comes to this one, it is like nowhere near fitting on the original one. So I went back to just a straight up crescent wrench. Now, there is not a lot of room in there, and it would have been a lot easier for me if I had had more height, because the vice grips fit right in there, and you have a very small angle to hit with the hammer. So the higher the vehicle is, the easier it is to do it. It is counterclockwise. I watched one video where they said it was clockwise, and that was definitely not true. But then again, they didn't show them taking it off. So another thing is, when you get stuff, if you order stuff from the internet, you want to first look at it and compare it to what your original looks like. Now, what I didn't see, I don't know if you can see this or not, but right here at the bevel, if you see, it's really bent down there. So it's got some heavy torque on it, so it definitely needed to be changed. But see this up here, this this kind of like nipply area, my new one doesn't have it, which is fine, because besides that, these are the same length, and then these are the same length, so makes for alignment a lot easier. But what I wanted to tell you was, please, when you buy your tools, Because this stuff is simple once you know how to do it. And those books, those Haynes books, are totally useless. They don't tell you half the shit you need to know. Like, on your lower ball joint, you apparently need some sort of compression tool to push this top thing down. Which, you know, I didn't know about. But, when I look at the one that's on there, that one definitely needs to be changed. But, so to do that, you have to remove this screw. You have to remove that screw, which goes to your inner tie rod, and then you need to remove that screw. So anyway, you need this compression thing, and they said you need a separator tool, which is kind of bogus, because take a hammer and knock the damn thing loose. I mean, this is already damaged, and you're not going to be reusing it. You can also just hammer here, and go from there. But on the Jeep Liberties, there is no cotter pin or rivet that goes in there. This is actually, you could put one in there, but there's really no point, because if you see that arm, it just doesn't really seal itself in there at all. And if you don't know it, the Liberty is also called a KG. I didn't know that, but there you go. So I'm gonna pack this one. I'm gonna put some grease in there, which there's supposed to be some already in there that'll break it, come loose as it goes through. But I'm gonna put some up in there. I don't know if that goes anywhere, but I don't care. I don't think it does. Anyway, so those are the parts that I'm changing out. I definitely recommend doing all of them at the same time if you can, because taking this shit apart is just insane separately. I've changed out the upper one and the upper control arm. The lower ones you can buy the bushings for and reuse this, because this is a solid piece, and I also need to get new rubbery pieces for in here. Yeah, I said rubbery pieces. So anyway, that's it. I'm doing both sides. Make sure it stays clean, and also when you put your boot back on, make sure you put it on right and that it's clean, all the dust is gone and all of that. But we're here in Florida where there's fucking dust everywhere. So, oh sorry, not supposed to cuss anymore. Anyway, so this is my Jeep Liberty 2006 4-wheel drive. And remember, emotions are gifts you give yourself, and nobody can give them or take them away from you. Bye.